Okay.
Because
is my audio irritating?
No, not at all.
Because there's a bunch of cars driving. Okay.
No, you sound.
Am I invited to this, Kark and Amir? I don't want to encroach if this is a...
We're already streaming. We're already live right now, dude. You're in this.
You've been encroached upon.
Yeah.
You have.
I'm good with that.
You're in this. Yo, let's everybody
Amir,
send
can
out.
you share this?
Yeah, let's everybody send this out right now. I'm gonna put it on the Harmony Telegram. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I'll send it to everyone.
Live.
All right, here I go. I'm jaywalking. Hopefully this isn't used as evidence.
I'm reporting.
Hey, Clay, send me a tweet or something that I can retweet.
Okay, I can do that real quick.
Cool.
We're already live, by the way, guys. So.
Oh, I know.
That's ridiculous.
All right, live now with Useless Crypto,
Flock Swap, PGD, and Flu's bitch ass. Yes.
They're still listed as Farmers Only Fi, right? On Twitter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, Amir, let's talk about that for a second, Amir.
Dude.
Right.
You're not my friend in Discord. Are we friends in real life?
Who, me and you?
Yeah.
Oh, not that I know of.
If we're not friends in Discord, are we friends in real life?
Yeah, we're definitely friends. I mean, you know, yeah.
Defend your thesis. Because I'm not really feeling the love, honestly, right now. Because I went in here and I was like, oh, I'm gonna add this awesome dude Amir into this awesome group chat. We're gonna have this awesome experience.
We're gonna share this
and then I couldn't
live thing.
All right, I just tagged everybody on Twitter right now. Useless Crypto, Farmers Only Fi, Cerebral Esports, and The Final Fantasy.
Fine. I guess I'll share this. Where's the link, Amir?
Not sure yet.
Okay. Can you guys post the link inside of our group chat?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Flu,
Okay, tweeting this out.
We're friends on Discord now and in real life. Don't worry, we're good.
Awesome.
So we might not have like a lot of people in here tonight, but tomorrow this will probably get a lot of views.
Okay, so but my question is why? We're all like really not that exciting of people. I don't know if people realize this.
I'm freaking excited. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, speak for yourself, brother. I'm exciting as heck.
Yeah. Super de-duper exciting.
All of you guys look like the uncool dads from the neighborhood. I just want you to know this. And me,
We are
uncool
the
dads?
uncool dads. We're the cool dads, all right?
Yeah.
and me, I don't even know.
Yeah, they're the-
I look like I'm like the rebellious teen that like got kicked out of the house and is now living in his car outside of the front door, like front lawn.
Bro, you look like you need a haircut.
I need more than a haircut, my man. I need like a whole fucking makeover. I'm gonna start taking donations under like my Patreon or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be like, hey, buy Flu a haircut. It's gonna be courtesy of Do Kwon.
Do Kwon? Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo.
Do Kwon rugged me for my fucking haircut money.
Yo. He did more than that. He took your beer money. He took your haircut money. He took your, truck that you were thinking about buying money.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that one, but yeah, I've got like a year and a half until that thing comes in, and if I'm able to buy it, I will count myself a success at the time. That's what I'll say about that. Is that if I'm able to fulfill that order, even if I turn around and flip it directly back to the dealership for a profit, I will consider myself a success.
Dude, my wife told me last year that I could buy a Ford Raptor, but we went to the dealership and they didn't have any available. And yeah, and then this year happened, and now I wouldn't go and buy a Ford Raptor because
No, at this point, I'll show you the sort of Raptor that you're buying. I'll be right back, guys. Entertain yourselves. Do the intros for like the actual projects because we haven't actually talked about the projects.
Well, we're still waiting for people to come into the live stream, man. We just went live like a couple minutes ago. We're waiting for people to show up. But yeah, I mean, I guess we could start with stintroductions. So everybody that's in here, besides Flu, who just walked away for whatever reason, nobody really knows.
He's Flu.
Yeah, so let's just go ahead and introduce ourselves. Amir, we can start with you, then we'll go to Kark, and then we can go to Peaches.
Sounds good. I'm Amir. I am a software developer, but on Useless, I'm the app architect. So I'm the lead app developer for the All for One app, and that's our main product at Useless. And it's that's what I do. I just build the app all day, every day, 24/7, live, breathe, eat, sleep, app development.
That's what all the Mountain Dew is for in the background, right? Because you're always just developing, right?
I gotta keep the brain going, you know. I gotta push it to the limit.
Hell yeah, brother. That's dope. Yeah, awesome, and a beautiful app, might I add, a beautiful app.
Yeah, it's coming along. You know, we're getting really close to our release MVP version of the app. It's been in beta for 5 months now, I think, and it's come a long way. You know, if you ever saw it in the early days, you know, it was pretty humble beginnings, and now we're here. You know, we got a swap buy and sell button now, full wallet, charts. Multi-chain charts now and everything, so it's getting there.
Yeah.
All right, so Clay,
What's up?
I went and I got you a Raptor in your budget.
Is it a Hot Wheels, dude? Oh wow! Thank you for that.
And not only I got you the sequels too. So
wow.
Yeah, like if you just want to send me your physical mailing address and your seed phrase, I'll go ahead and send it right over. Actually,
right.
You know what? Keep the seed phrase. I don't really need nothing, so like you're good.
Okay.
Like on that.
Okay. All right, Kark, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Right. So I'm on a walk. They caught me literally. I just go out and walk a couple of miles every night. They're like, let's do an impromptu AMA. And I'm like, I'm outside of a Maverick next to a highway eating a beef stick. But sure, let's do this, right? So whatever. So I'm Kark, David Wiley. I'm doxed. So I live here in Utah. I've been in software development now for 13, 14 years. Before I worked on Useless full time, I was a principal software engineer and senior software engineering manager in Web 2 stuff. So I cut my teeth on DeFi with Seifoon actually as a community manager. And we came in and we rescued a little piddly token called Useless as a community that looked like it was going to go the way of the dodo. And the rest is history. We imbued meaning and utility and purpose and breathed life into it, built an app around it, and gave it utility in a decentralized ranking system. And so that's what we do here at Useless Crypto, is actually trying to be as useful as possible. I think the only thing useless about us is our name. That's for sure. I'm going to keep walking.
Yeah.
So.
I have shirts. I have a shirt from Useless Crypto.
Dude.
It's useless. It's
I need
useless.
to get some swag.
Oh,
Get some useless
dude.
swag.
Yes. Okay.
Swag? Awesome.
Flu, keep talking for a second. I'm gonna go grab my Useless shirt and put it on.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like he accuses me of doing schizo shit during a live stream, and then he runs off to get a T-shirt. And the only thing is, he actually prevented me from being able to run and get my T-shirt. from useless.
I'm gonna take my shirt
Flu,
off
there's
to show my
nothing-
useless tattoo on my
Do
chest.
I
You
cut
know
a
what?
useless
Last
pentagram into my chest. No, but Flu, go get your shirt. Go do it. Nothing's stopping you. The
Okay,
world's your
okay,
oyster.
all right.
You're your own
On
man.
camera. On camera, please.
Meanwhile, do the intro for Fox Swap Boy, Peaches.
Yeah,
Fox Swap Boy
go for it,
Peaches.
Peaches.
Yeah, well, you two know me. I keep forgetting we're like live streaming, but you two know me better than most of the people in this chat. But Fox Swap, I mean, initially started with Farmers Only Fi and Cryptina Defy Alerts, which is where me and my brother, who is Cryptina, started building some analytics to, look at different farms that we're deploying, being able to either like snipe farms, and then actually we just created a Telegram channel that would just send out these alerts, and we got 600 people. It wasn't that many, but my brother and I was like, well, why don't we just keep going forward with this and go into Defy? And so we looked at Harmony, and at the time, like, Harmony was pretty early in its infancy, and they didn't have vaults. So we Fox Swap, Farmers Only, one of the first, if not the first, to deploy vaults on Harmony. And that was our main goal. And then as we, attracted more projects, community projects, and worked to incentivize them, we decided, I guess that kind of comes along with the territory. We created a DEX later on, and that is what Fox Swap is now. It's going good. We are, it's just me and Cryptina and one other dev at the time, so we are actively looking for more help. But so it's a grind of coding 10 hours, 12 hours a day, because me and my brother Cryptina both have full-time jobs on top of this. So it's I know Kark and I know Amir know exactly what I'm talking about. But
okay, you are being incredibly humble. It is
whenever I got into crypto like full time, I will tell you that like I had 3 jobs. And like one of them was literally transporting like blood, shit, urine, all sorts of like spinal fluid, all these sorts of like medical samples from like all across the metroplex here in DFW, Dallas Fort Worth area. And that's how I got like my initial 9K that I put into DeFi Kingdoms. And what I actually did is I got like an initial amount. I threw it into like GameStop AMC options and Dogecoin, and then rode that up for a bit, and then swapped into like all the stuff on BSC. Made a bunch, lost a bunch, made a bunch, lost a bunch. Worked on some GameFi stuff over there, and then and then DeFi Kingdoms happened, and I threw like all 9,000 at the time, which is my whole bag, into DeFi Kingdoms, and then Luna rugged me, and that's the end of my story. That's
Everything
I do want to highlight something interesting that Amir, Kark, David, and myself, Sam, all work together at the same company. In fact, that was my start in software engineering was 7 years ago. Amir interviewed me at a regular just corporate job and hired me. So, and then we randomly ran into each other through Flu. So
super small world.
I have to say that story every time
by
because I'm still freaked out by it too. It's the aliens.
That's so freaking cool, though, that you guys were able to
Cool.
reconnect after such a long period of time. Like, so interesting.
Very unexpected. Very
Yeah.
awesome.
Also, I think that you were being very humble, Peaches, about Fox Swap just being there. It's a lot more than that. In fact, Flu was telling me that there was like a community vote taken tonight, and Fox Swap was voted as like the best DEX on Harmony.
I saw that. I think it was like an announcement vote, like select the DEX. Was it for Roy? Was it that project, Flu? Do you know? You're muted, bro.
You're muted.
Yeah. He's still talking, dude. He doesn't even know it.
I think it was done in the Venom DAO Discord. I don't know. I'm not allowed in the Venom DAO Discord for obvious reasons.
Wait,
but
did you get banned too?
I'm just not allowed there. I don't want to tempt fate, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and what's funny is that the Venom DAO Discord is actually the first Harmony Discord that I ever joined. And so, like, it makes me a little bit sad because, like, Viper and Mochi were the first dexes that I ever used
Same.
on Harmony. And so, like, it makes me sad, but, like, I said, I literally, one of the people from Viper got, like, so pissed off in, like, week 2 of DeFi Kingdoms because, and I said this, and I said exactly this, I said Viper swap is so last year. And that's all I said. And they flipped their fucking shit over it.
Even though they both came out in the same year within months apart.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I was in Viper on day 1, and I still got banned from their Discord server for apparently talking shit when in reality I was just asking hard truths.
Whatever, dude. The biggest shit that has ever been talked, and this is actually how I found Viper Swap in the first place, is whenever I was doing due diligence on fucking Cobra Swap on PSC. And I found out that, oh yeah, they've got the top native decks on fucking Harmony. And so I went into that and started like looking around, and all I could see was people bitching about Cobra. And I was like, oh, this is not good. And then I've still got that locked bag of Cobra. I actually haven't went back and checked on it ever. Is Cobra worth anything? Can anyone tell me that?
Yeah, dude, regardless of how much you own, it's probably worth about 12 cents.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually a good point.
I'll take it then. You just give me the.
Yeah.
I might still be farming it, actually.
All right.
Now that I think about it. Anyway, sorry.
So, useless team.
Yes.
Tell us what you're bringing to Harmony, and tell us like the utility that your app is going to have for us, because I've played around with the app myself. I think it's phenomenal. I really do love it. But what are some of the most unique features, and what are some features that are coming in the future for the app?
I can do my first part, Kark,
Yeah.
and then you can go later. I'll answer the last.
I'm almost home too. So if you make this last like I don't know a few minutes, I'll actually be at my desk. So
That'll be perfect. Yeah, I'll stall until you're there.
Actually, during that moment, can we just clarify? Apparently, the vote was actually taken in Crypto Royale's Discord, so I could be in there, and I actually think that I am in there. If anyone wants to be less lazy than me because I'm playing Pokemon, if you wanted to send me a link to the Discord, I'll definitely go in there and take a look. But I'm not gonna do it otherwise.
No worries. Yeah, with useless with the Alpha One app, to answer the last part of the question, what's coming, what's exciting, that was what we were able to finish just last night, and that was finally we're adding charts for Harmony tokens. So any Harmony token will finally be able to chart it and show latest transactions, whales, so you can watch all the holders for any given token on Harmony, and then the LP info, the liquidity pools for any given token. And so that's big, because right now in the app we only chart Ethereum and BSC tokens, because that's where we kind of came from, was that world. But now that we're on Harmony, it's about time that we kind of took that step forward with Harmony. And so you'll be able to paste in any address, and bam, there you go. You'll be able to see the token and see all of its lovely numbers and market cap, total supply, all that stuff that you want to see for a token. So it should all be there. And that's what I'm excited about, what's coming.
Heck yeah, dude. By the way, Kark, that is an amazing green screen behind you. Oh, he can't hear me.
Yeah, probably.
Now he can hear me.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, dude, we are super official now because of
Yeah.
Kark. Like, look at that, dude.
All right.
Look at that mic.
I even got one of those pull-up green screens.
Oh wow.
Wow, dude.
Look at this guy over
You
here.
look like an
Like,
8th grade teacher.
bro, Kark,
He's ready to give the news forecast or the
Ladies
weather
and
forecast.
Gentlemen, useless crypto. So what we do, so I kind of missed a little bit of what you said, Amir, because I was focusing on navigating around my house in the dark. So
because it's so big. It's so big. His house literally needs a GPS navigator to be like, hey, turn left ahead. And it's like it's needed because this motherfucker has a pull down real green screen in his studio.
Dude,
His
just because I
studio.
spend like $120 on something doesn't make my house big. So it just means my priorities are a little jacked. So
No, dude, the thing that makes your house big is the fact that you described it as navigating your house. So the only navigator is driven by what's his name?
I
the
love
guy
Flu.
that's like, all right. You know that guy?
yeah.
Yo, he's
I don't
from
remember-
Texas too.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew
Yeah,
McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. It's more like Matthew McConaughey. My house is fucking huge. That I have to navigate it with a goddamn GPS, a compass, and a map that I've scribbled notes on. That looks like it's from Stranger Things. No, I get it, Kark. You don't have to flex. You didn't invest in Luna. I get it.
No. Actually, I have a relatively small house. I live in humble means. I spend time in a trash can on weekends. I'm kidding. No, but really, I don't have a mansion. Quit defaming me, Flu. I will not stand for this.
You got a green screen, all right? This is a fake background.
No, that's true.
This background's not even real.
All right, so
No green screen.
can I do my thing? Can I do my thing?
Useless?
Yeah.
Dude, like, I'm going to shill useless.
Oh, wow.
Like, I've already shilled useless to a bunch of people, actually. I tried to shill useless to Peaches, and then Peaches over here is like, oh yeah, that's the goddamn Brady Bunch, and I'm part of it. Like, he went, like, so completely above and beyond. I was like, bro, join this Discord. And he joins this Discord. And he's like, oh, wait. I know these people. So he starts naming off y'all's actual names. And so then I start using those names in chat. And y'all are like, what the fuck is this guy on? You know? And it was a fun experience. It was cool. It was a lot of fun. All right, so Kark,
Yeah.
I am so sorry for interrupting you. I'm not sorry at all. Have a good one.
All right, let's go. So, I think one of the things that makes the app unique is that we are, well, for one, is its main focus is on the decentralization aspect of things. So, for example, like if you go out and you download Coinbase, it's a centralized exchange, and you have dozens of tokens or coins that you can choose from. They gatekeep everything. Goes through sort of like a rigorous process, and it's not decentralized. You can't just use Coinbase and go out on and buy stuff off of DEX, right? Or a decentralized exchange. And so the whole purpose and intent behind the All for One app is to embrace decentralization. So with centralized exchanges, you have about 93% of all trading volume for cryptocurrency goes through centralized exchanges. 93%. Only 7% of trading actually occurs on decentralized exchanges. And what we want to do is we want to flip that on its heel, or to be part of that holistic effort. Because we know it's a process, not an event. But our goal is to incentivize and to make easy and accessible decentralized trading. So we have a non-custodial multi-chain wallet. And what we're doing is we're borrowing elements and aspects from both like MetaMask and things like Trust Wallet. So if you're familiar with MetaMask, you know that you can, with one seed phrase, go through and create, literally dozens of different wallets off that one seed phrase. And through something called hierarchical derivation, it goes through and it will just scan and find transactions on there and show. You can just import your seed phrase into MetaMask and it'll show all your wallets. It's pretty cool. And the problem with MetaMask is with different chains, you have to go through and add a custom RPC. You have to like switch context between different chains. And so it's really difficult for you to see sort of like that bird's eye view of what you actually have in your assets. So what we do is
but conversely, you look at like Trust Wallet, and Trust Wallet has everything in one place for all your different chains. But switching context between wallets is cumbersome. And so what we do is combine the two. So we have almost accordion style all your wallets listed out. And in each individual wallet, it will break it out by chain. And so you can drill down into a particular chain on your particular wallet and interact with the tokens directly. You can go in and see the charts for them. And we built something called a decentralized exchange network. These are smart contracts that will embed on different chains. And it allows for direct buying and selling from within the app without having to go through an external browser or D app and do like Wallet Connect and all that kind of stuff. So the idea, the vision is actually relatively simple. You tell your friends, your family, your brother, your mother, your sister, your aunt, people who aren't involved in crypto, and be like, yo, download All for One. It will set you up with a non-custodial wallet. You can do fiat on-ramping and choose from different fiat on-rampers. You know, they'll handle all the KYC and all that. So you load up your wallet, and then you can just go search for what you want to buy, and then you can purchase it directly within the app via DEXs. And so that's essentially the idea behind it, buying and selling within the app without having to do all this complexity. And so you have all these things that you normally would have to rely on, a centralized exchange to feed a non-custodial wallet, or you would have to rely on external like charting tools like Dex Screener or PooCoin or Bog Finance or Dex Guru. You don't have to do that anymore because it's all within the app. And you don't have to have a separate wallet utility, or you don't have to understand how to navigate the wallets. It's all just takes all your assets in all the chains and all your wallets and rolls up the value to the top. And because our focus is on decentralization, it's not pulling data like pricing data from CMC. And so there's less gatekeeping involved. Even brand new tokens that are just launched, it'll pull the pricing data directly off the liquidity pairings. And it's more accurate that way too. So no reliance on centralized sources, no reliance on centralized exchanges. There's always going to be some centralization with like fiat on-ramping. You can't really avoid that. And there will be, there are things that are centralized, like the app itself. Like we can't put the app on the blockchain, obviously. Right. But as far as we can muster, we really want to embrace decentralization. We want to move that 7% of all trades going through DEXs. We want to flip that on its head, and we want the majority of trades to go through DEXs. So we envision ourselves almost like how Robinhood changed traditional stock trading and invited in retail investors because of the accessibility. We want to do the exact same thing for decentralized trading. One place to where you can go in and handle all that. And if you're familiar with Trust Wallet or MetaMask, you're already in good company. You can just import your seed phrase and you're off to the races.
That's awesome, man. That really is, because I've been saying for years, like Flu probably has too, because Flu's been in crypto for a long time. I've been saying, like, I've been trying to tell people, even on my YouTube channel here, like since probably 2016, guys, stop using centralized exchanges, start using decentralized exchanges more and more, because if you're using a decentralized exchange, you have complete control over those funds, whereas a centralized exchange, you do not. You have no control over those seed phrases. You have no control over where those tokens go. And if a centralized exchange were to go bankrupt tomorrow and close down for whatever reason, none of those funds are backed up by anything or insured by anything. So I've been trying to tell people and like basically evangelize that aspect for years, and I'm glad that you guys are building something that really incentivizes people to do that, because the token itself, the useless token, you guys are incentivizing people to hold that, right? Through stablecoin rewards. Is that right?
Well, and the utility of the token is actually about, it's still about a decentralized process. And so in the app, we have something called the Eclipse decentralized ranking system. And so instead of having prominent banner ads that flash at you and makes it look really scammy and scummy, instead we want to be able to promote projects or promote tokens in a decentralized way. And so what we came up with is this decentralized ranking system. It's almost like a king of the hill type model. And useless is almost like the points. So we have a series of proxy contracts that are generated off of each listed token that is listed on Eclipse. And if you send Harmony 1, which will go out and purchase useless and store useless inside that contract, it's like points. So the higher the number of points, the higher the ranking within the decentralized ranking system. So you can send useless to it directly, or you can send one to it and it'll go out and purchase it and just accrue inside of that Eclipse contract. And then there's a decay that happens 10% or so every week. Anyone can actually call that decay function and just, it'll just autonomously just decay at 10% every week. And those tokens just get basically burned. And so it has a consumable utility. If you look at, there's certain states like Wyoming that actually describe in law and define what a token of utility is. And they say a token of utility is one that is used for consumable purpose for products, goods, or services. And so the service that this is, you're spending your useless on this ranking system, sort of like almost like ad promotion, but it doesn't come across spammy or scammy or like actual ads. It just ranks your token. And the more useless you have in the contract, the higher you are. And this is something too that because it is decentralized, other systems can utilize this freely and availably. So they can, if they want to have a ranking system of community tokens on their website, all they have to do is reach out to the blockchain, ask the Eclipse generator contract, give me all of your listed tokens and their rankings, and it just describes that, and they could throw that up on their website if they wanted to. And so,
sorry,
that's
Kirk. Can I ask a question while I have
Sure.
it? It's this would. This is kind of off the cuff, but you could still just theoretically do the same thing with pairs. Yeah, Flu. Also, by the way, I don't know if you're streaming your phone on the live stream. Just saying.
It's not my phone, bro. It's the summon that I'm going to be doing for the people that are watching here live.
Yeah, we're gonna do a giveaway.
I see.
We're gonna summon a badass hero.
It's definitely going to have fucking wings. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Are they gonna procreate in front of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
All
a
right.
part of it,
I'm
dude.
in.
Yeah.
It's a bit much for all of you from Utah, but that's all right.
Yeah. As long as they don't hold hands. No, none of that.
Yeah, no holding hands before marriage. All right, so I'm actually kind of blowing the budget on this a little bit, Clay.
Are you?
I'm not sorry. Yeah, this is a 51 jewel.
I can
This is a
send you
51 jewel summon.
Okay.
If this is a mythic, I'm gonna have to pay you back for it, and then we'll summon a different one for you people because I've been rugged so many times on mythics.
Okay. Oh god.
But Kark, so it could work with pairs in which you could have a ranking system on, I guess, pools, farms, vaults. I guess with that, I'm trying to think about it in terms of in terms of a smart contract right now.
Yeah, anything that's a token, or
right.
Yeah, anything that's a token can be listed on Eclipse. If it's like a farm or a contract or something like that, we're not set up for that. It's specifically about token projects because the context of it is that there's a chart associated with it.
Right. This would definitely be something different. I'm just taking the idea and thinking about it. But,
oh shit.
And also, while I have the floor, like.
You don't have the floor anymore. Look at this motherfucker. It is a summoner.
Oh, what's going on? What's happening?
What is that?
It's a summoner. It is a summoner, bro.
Dude,
so we're
isn't
that
the new class? The new
it's the new back piece, but it's also a summoner. So I hit the advanced class on this, so I'm going to give this away. And so like whenever I say that this is really, really, really good, I mean like this is fucking amazing, honestly. So this is a really, really good hit. Nice. And I'm sorry to interrupt everyone, but this is actually incredible. This is really, really good luck.
How are we gonna do this?
Is reacting.
How are we gonna do this giveaway though?
You know what? I'm gonna go and
I'll take it.
I'm gonna get back into business mode here. Give me a few minutes. I'm gonna set up like an actual, what do you call it? Oh my god, it's the one that you can survey. No, it's not Survey Monkey. It's the one that does the giveaways for you.
Oh yeah, dude. Yes.
And I'm gonna make it do a thing where you have to follow
On Twitter.
Useless. Yeah, useless. You have to follow Clay and Cerebral Gaming, and you have to follow FoxSwap. And
Boom.
easy. If I could just remember the name of the site that I used to use to do all this, that would be great.
Gleam?
No, not Gleam. It's the other one, the one that's like Monkey or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, Monkey or whatever.
Dude, Monkey or whatever, you gotta know him, bro. He's a good guy.
Okay. So I have a question for Kark as well. Unless Peaches, did you still have a question?
No, I just had a comment. Just me shilling out Useless again because I know all these individuals, and they're all amazing at what they do. I just gotta say that. Like, if I were to say the best like front end architect right now that I know, it would be Amir. If I were to say the best like infrastructure platform backend engineer I know, I'd probably say David or Lance. Like on that team, you guys got like, I'm just saying, heavy hitters here. Heavy hitters. Tread lightly.
Appreciate the kind words, and you rocked it when we worked with you as well. And so,
I was a great intern.
You had to put up with my old boss over at your new job after you had left. So
yeah, we won't say his name, but
no, but we know who we're talking about.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
Bless his heart, sweet spirit.
Sweet. He's really nice if you're not working with him.
Yes, that's true.
So my question is, like, if you guys are setting it up in a decentralized way, like community tokens, right? You're trying to build it out very community focused, very decentralized. But you are a business, obviously, and you have to make money too. Could you market it as, okay, we're going to give you guys like space on being like one of the top tokens on our list. So you're going to get displayed before any of these other tokens. And they give you a certain amount of tokens. Well, then you take those tokens, obviously, for your treasury as a company, as a business. And then you also put some of those into the rewards pool for useless token holders.
Yeah. And so there's a complex answer to this because there's complexity to this setup. So if you actually just looked, you may have seen there's some news that SafeMoon just got sued again with a class action lawsuit.
Yep.
And I went through and read all however many dozens of pages it was. I skimmed through some of the repetitive pieces, but
what's the TLDR on the?
It's all about the fact that it's a security. And it breaks security laws. And so because it's deemed a security, it doesn't pass the Howey test based off of that, based off the allegations of the claim, then of the lawsuit, then that means that they're claiming that they're liable for damages essentially for the token decreasing in value, which would be a lot of damages. So what we're really focused on is because our goal and focus is on the decentralization aspect. We are in the process, literally right now, of teasing out the decentralized token structure and the business aspect itself. So CryptoClay, that's why it's a complex answer, is because the token, we're moving it to be centric around a DAO, the Eclipse decentralized ranking system. Anyone that goes through and applies and gets listed, the listing would actually happen through a DAO as opposed to someone going through and screening that token individually to make sure it's not like an obvious scam or rug pull or honeypot or anything like that. And so that in that process of doing that, because it would be an actual decentralized, it's almost like open source software, right? Like you have Oracle, being a business, but Java is open source. But Oracle makes money off of the fact that they're servicing that Java ecosystem and consulting and all this other stuff, right? So it would be a kind of a similar type of symbiotic relationship where the business interacts with the token, interacts with the contracts, the infrastructure that the token has created, the decentralized exchange network contracts, right? All these decentralized pieces. We would be using them almost as a service, like we're dealing with another entity. And so, for example, the decentralized exchange network, which allows for us to the app to connect and actually purchase and sell tokens. Those smart contracts are facilitated by the token itself, which again is, the process of fully decentralizing that. And so the fees would be split. The fees for these transactions, it's like 0.35%, which for any of you who know, that's actually pretty low in terms of convenience for buying and selling instead of having to go to these dexes directly. 0.35%, that would be split between the token taking its cut and then the third party interacting with that decentralized exchange network and facilitating that transaction. So the business gets its revenue from each transaction, a cut of it. The token gets a cut of that revenue, and then it goes into the furnace for buyback and burn. And so the token holders benefit from more volume from people utilizing these decentralized structures that are set up in place. And so what you described, I think, is an interesting strategy. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat and how to promote tokens and to how to integrate it into the app. So I'm not saying like that we haven't thought of that, or that's not necessarily like a good or bad idea. It's just that the way that it was described, it kind of mixes the business with the token, and we have to be very careful about that because we don't want to mix funds between the two entities.
Sure.
I have a question for you, Kark.
Sure.
What is your Twitter?
My Twitter is CryptoCark, C-A-R-C.
Okay, so it's just crypto and then Kark, no spaces or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put it in the Discord just so you're.
And then the other. Well, I probably follow you. I just needed to know like what to search because I didn't get it just by typing. Yeah, I got it. All right, cool. And then the other thing is just on a personal note. Actually, I guess on an official note, neither FoxSwap, Useless, Cerebral Gaming, Granary Finance, or myself do support skinning of cats. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was not a literal skinning of cats. So that if you are vegan or you're in PETA or that you love cats, we do not endorse the skinning of cats. Absolutely.
You get shadow banned here.
All right. So, do we have any questions yet? Like in the chat?
Actually, I did see one earlier that was asking me about the FTM ecosystem. And what I would say about that is that the FTM ecosystem is extraordinarily well developed for how low the token price is right now. But I can say the same thing about Harmony, right? So I don't remember who it is that asked for my thoughts on the FTM ecosystem. I don't think that the FTM ecosystem is going anywhere. I think that it has very strong fundamentals in terms of the technology. FVM is going to be huge. I think that for a long time it was very centralized around certain individual parts on Phantom. And I think that as the move over to community ownership happens, which it is happening, we see that in the liquidations of the whales that are happening and that have already happened. That to them, in my personal opinion, was their exit strategy. To allow those liquidations to happen was their exit strategy. Without making it obvious that they'd sold a bunch of tokens. Because whenever you get liquidated for the tokens, it's not exactly the same thing. But then again, you were able to do whatever with whatever you borrowed against those FTM tokens to begin with. So it was kind of a ghost exit for them, in my personal opinion, not representing the views of anyone ever. That's basically my answer. Clay, you can look for more questions while I continue to look up.
I had one question right before we get to that, but if that's okay, Clay.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So recently I saw an article like within two days ago about Robinhood enabling their own wallets so they could, trade crypto. Yeah, you get it. You get the question. But how are you going to sell the decentralization portion of this? Because that seems to be the crux of it. It's like, okay, we could be centralized or decentralized. And I guess how are you going to educate and sell decentralization to people that haven't adopted it yet?
It was
From
aimed
like
at
a Robin Hood can do it for me. Why can't, why do I have to do, how would you sell it to them? Sell's not the right word, but you know what I mean.
who was that aimed at?
Useless. So you and Amir,
Okay.
either or.
Yeah. So I think decentralization, in a lot of respect, I think sells itself for those who are educated. So the more educated you are, I think the more that you start to understand that that's more like the ideal way of dealing with crypto. We see that people, when they dip their toes into the water, they tend to start out in a centralized way, and then they start seeing the merits of it, and they start moving in that direction. So it's right now. Non-custodial, decentralized Web3 stuff is a big barrier to entry. Vitalik actually created a paper recently that talked about that being one of the big barriers to entry right now, is that for Web3 is the adoption of non-custodial, decentralized systems, right? And that's what I look at, as I see that a non-custodial wallet, they call it a wallet. But really, what I see it as unlocking the next 10, 20 years of technology is that you have a non-custodial keyring. And so this is the vision, is that you go to a website and you don't log in with username and password and go through the whole sign-up flow. You don't click on, I'm going to log in with Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever, or Google. Instead, you connect your wallet, and that's how you authenticate. It's your key ring. It's your identity. If you have one seed phrase, you could create as many different you could create a different identity on the fly for each different website that you're dealing with, and there's no way to tie them together to know that it's you, or to see your access to your assets. You basically could. You could even have your hierarchical determination key be based off the path of the of what you're interacting with. To generate a completely unique private key for whatever website you're trying to log in and authenticate with. And then that unlocks being able to pay without having to connect a credit card and have third-party systems trust and verify through these centralized processes. You don't have to go through these complex sign-up flows and give away your email address or your name or your private information. And so non-custodialness, like true non-custodial key rings, non-custodial wallets, right, are really going to be what Web3 is going to be in the next 10, 20 years. And so all of your assets that you own in a digital sense, all your music, all your videos, all your, being able to listen to books on tape, right? All your NFTs that are not just Bored Apes, but things that may even be items that are, issued by certain governing authorities, like a resume or licenses or anything like that, can be associated with a given wallet or public address. And then you're authenticating that you are the true owner of that. That's power. And so I guess where I'm going with all of this is that right now, the power of Web3 is so limited by accessibility. And if we can give people access to a non-custodial wallet, their keys, their crypto, their ability to authenticate and interact with Web3, you are unlocking that future. And that's exciting. It's completely revolutionary. It feels like we're in the, the internet has just come out, and there's these basic GeoCity sites up there, and and live journals, right? And IRC channels. And that's the beginning of the internet, and we're not seeing the future and the potential of it. And so it's exciting. It's like we're in the early 90s. And the we see what's coming down the pipe, but the infrastructure is not quite there yet.
Exactly.
And so, and that's what I'm so excited about, is that we can share that vision with other people. We can educate them that the march towards centralization is actually what could potentially limit crypto and realizing that future that I just talked about. Because the centralized authorities, we spend all of our time in crypto talking about how bad government is and we want to get away from the big banks and the man. And then we go over to crypto and then we're like, oh, big exchanges, those are fine. No big deal.
It's not a single point of failure.
Right.
I would argue that actually, Kark, because like I think that a lot of the people that are screaming "fuck the banks" and the governments are corrupt and we need blockchain to be able to track those transactions. Whenever they come over to crypto, they are using the decentralized exchanges. The people that are in it for the centralized exchange, or that are using the centralized exchanges most strongly, are the people like I told the story earlier to Clay. I had someone like doing door-to-door solar sales in my neighborhood today, and like I opened the door and they asked if I was in crypto because of a sarcastic thing. They saw my super outside and blah 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 blah. They're like, "Bro, did you buy that with crypto?" Because I had a Chainlink shirt on, and like I was like, "Yeah, I dabble," and they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm big into just pretty much this one coin that I was told by a friend, and so I put a shit ton of money into it, and like I've had it forever." I was like, "Oh really? What is it?" And they're like, "Harmony." I'm like, "Okay, cool. That's awesome." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm big into Harmony." I was like, "Oh, you're big into Harmony?" And I got really fucking excited. I was like, "Okay, A, it's confusing that you don't know who I am already, but whatever, I'm not going to be an asshole. But B, I didn't actually say that either, but I was like, how big are you into Harmony?" He's like, "Oh, I got like 20 grand in it." I'm like, "What do you, okay, but you said that you're big into Harmony. So like you what apps do you use? Like what sites do you use? Like what do you do on Harmony?" He's like, No. I just bought it on crypto.com. I'm like,
It's
"Oh,
just amazing to see how many people don't understand that it's not just like a currency. It actually has a programmed utility on the smart contract. And I think when people start to like see that, that's going to be a big turning point.
yeah. I agree."
You're
Also-
muted, Kark.
The people that asked
thanks.
me earlier if I was playing Animal Crossing, no, I'm playing Pokemon Shining Pearl. Thank you.
But yeah, what I was going to say is that that's why I love DeFi so much, is because you're able to generate these systems that run autonomously without human interaction. You can set up exchanges, you could lend out money, you can create these really interesting type of financial instruments or applications, and you can provide really unique opportunities, utility, and so it's not just about a token trading, right? It's about we're going to set up like here we are talking with FoxSwap that's implementing their own decentralized exchange with twists on staking, farming, pools, things like that help provide interesting incentives for people who participate in those platforms. And so the sky's the limit. I think that the innovations and the inventions that come from decentralized finance, I think we're going to be really surprised here over the next several years as to what comes out of this space.
I agree, man. There are a lot of roadblocks in the way, though, to get where we want to be as a community. Because right now, if your grandma cannot pick up her phone and utilize crypto, then we're not there yet. It needs to be easy enough for anybody of any age to be able to access it. And we're just not there yet. Somebody asked earlier, how are we going to get to a point where, and I'm like paraphrasing here, but somebody asked like, how do we get to a point where like you don't need user support access? Like, so if I were to lose my seed phrase or something, who would I contact in that scenario? And those are questions that we're going to have to ask, because it is going to boil down to the user to be responsible. But how do we get to a point where we can educate people to let them know that, hey, This is the big boy club. You are your own bank. That's the whole purpose of crypto.
And it's a paradigm shift, but you know what? I think that people will adapt to it. I think people will start to understand the power and utility of managing and storing and backing up your own seed phrase. And once, I mean, it's a mnemonic. You literally could remember it if you needed to. You could chip it into metal, right? You can write on a piece of paper, put it in your safe. But long and short of it is that this is your identity, and you got to keep it safe. You got to make sure that it's not something that you you divulge in any way, shape, or form, or it's gone. It's gone. It's absolutely gone, and there's no recovering it. There are some innovations that we're trying to do to make it a little bit easier as well for people who want to add additional restrictions or security to their crypto assets. One of which is on our roadmap we have announced, which is that we are implementing our own multi-signature wallet and having that interface directly within the app. That's on our roadmap down the road. But what's nice about that is that if you do happen to have your seed phrase, say someone peaks it and then they use it, not all is lost, because you could perhaps have some additional wallets or additional seed phrases that you use to unlock those multi-sig assets and things like that. And so there's some. We also have a couple of patents that we are currently going through research on, and hoping to file some preliminary patents so that we can say patent pending on these things and then divulge what those are. One of them is security related, specifically around securing your assets. And then another is more onboarding related. And so I absolutely, there's pros and cons with non-custodial wallets. But man, the risks of centralized exchanges like the Bitmart hacks, every week you have some major hack where tens of millions of dollars just evaporates because people trust their assets over to some custodial authority.
I want to make a centralized exchange and call it Mount Gox. What do you guys think? Hey?
Yeah, it's so
okay.
gross.
Yeah.
Okay, why are you trying to give me flashbacks, man?
Dude,
Flu and I were just talking about this earlier. So you got you had funds on Mount Gox as well?
Yeah.
Same.
Not that much because I had transferred, so it was basically near dust. But at dust at that time,
Yeah.
in Bitcoin, it was a little bit of moolah. Now
I lost 52 Bitcoin on Mount Gox.
No way.
That hurts so bad. Oh my gosh. I
Well,
feel like I just got
how?
hit in the nads.
But
That hurts my stomach.
I didn't I didn't learn my lesson either because 2 years later I lost 2,000 Ethereum on Crypsy. So like you
But
really,
how?
yeah. I learned my lesson after that second time. I'm like one of those dumbass people that like you kind of half learn your lesson the first time, but you kind of test it again. You're like, okay, is the stove actually hot this time whenever I go to touch it? And I definitely learned the second time. I burned the shit out of my hand.
Oh my
2,000
gosh, dude. I am so
Ethereum.
sorry. That sucks.
Dude, but like honestly, we wouldn't be where we're at today in the crypto industry if people hadn't learned those lessons. Like people like me are capable of going out and telling people, hey, here's this like slogan that a lot of people use, not your keys, not your crypto. Like those are the types of things that people need to know in order to get into crypto. And
Yeah.
if people hadn't learned those valuable lessons, then we wouldn't be here today. So honestly, I think it was a good thing for a lot of people. And back then, obviously, like it wasn't worth what it is today. So nothing was really lost at that time, right? Today, obviously, but I just don't think about it like that. Like valuable lessons were learned and I've made it up along the way. So it's like, it was a good thing. And then
I have this.
what's
This this is where I store my seed phrases.
Nice.
And
why don't
you
you
have
show
to
'em?
unscrew it. No.
Yo,
yeah, here you go. You want to read that? No.
Yeah.
But you have to unscrew it to actually look at it. And this one, this is a second one that I have. The one that I have actually has tamper evident tape on it, where I have a signature on it. So I can actually tell if someone got into my safe and unscrewed it and viewed it because the tamper evident tape on it. And so you gotta be super
Wait,
careful.
Those
with
are just your seed
phrases.
phrases, or are they your private keys as well?
Seed phrases. The private keys are generated from the seed phrase. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could
Depending
just
on
use the private key.
yeah.
The seed phrase makes more sense. I sound like an idiot right now. Continue.
Well, yeah, because you can memorize the seed phrase. Whereas like a private key, how well are you gonna be able to remember that?
I'm like capital A.
Have you guys seen
lowercase
Silicon
b,
Valley?
X0521 AF capital C.
Have any of you seen Silicon Valley?
No, but I've heard it's so good, dude. I want to watch it.
I'm not going to try to explain a scene, but it is a scene of someone somehow memorizing a private key. I'll leave it at that.
Someone wrote in here, first rule of seed phrase Kark, don't even talk about your own seed storage. Well, the thing is this is a secondary one I haven't even hit things in. You don't know where my seed storage actually is.
Yeah.
You don't know if I've broken it up and split it between different locations. You don't know if it's a bank deposit box. You don't know if it's buried in my backyard or if I surgically embedded it into my cat. You have no idea. So this is just a secondary one I haven't hammered into yet. So yeah, you do not know where my seed phrases are. Good luck.
I still have like 6 of these boxed up that I've never touched, but I definitely use the shit out of ledgers.
Yeah.
Like
I will say that like I have been stupid enough to post my home address on Twitter. And I will tell you, my seed phrases are at my house, and it's that's an important distinction to make. So it's like it's one of those things where
maybe you shouldn't have said that on YouTube. But I'm sorry, just a thought.
the fact that I've done the thing of posting my home address on Twitter. Or the thing that I don't have the seed phrases at home. Because that I don't have the seed phrases at home, I mean, like, I feel like that's a pretty smart thing to say because, like...
He said it on Twitter where his home is.
Yeah, like... you see what I mean? Like, it kind of de-incentivizes that. I mean, like... I'll like, if you want to come to my house and torture me for the $14 that I have in Harmony at this point, yeah, fucking let's.
I thought you said it was at your home.
No,
and you posted the.
I'll just start moaning while you're pulling out my fingernails, and you'll feel weird about it. You know what I mean? Like, let's go.
Are you a masochist? Like, what's going on here?
I'm like 80% sure. Yes.
Yeah, I think he is, dude. So just so everybody in the audience knows, Flu sent out that tweet about 15 minutes ago with the giveaway, and it's not very... There's only 2 likes on it right now. I don't think many people know that you posted that, but Flu posted that. So if you're in the audience right now and you're looking to win that hero...
I tweeted it as well, associated with the live stream as a comment. So... If you go look at CryptoKark at CryptoKark, my latest post, there's a comment in there that has a link to the giveaway as well.
Cool.
So,
oh wow, it just shot up to 10 likes right there.
There you go.
All right, yeah, definitely go and try to win that, guys. I'm gonna actually have to wrap up here. We've been going for over an hour now.
Nice.
This has been awesome, guys. I have really enjoyed this chatting with you guys.
And CryptoClay, it is awesome to meet you. I feel like we have good synergy and we should do some more collaboration stuff. I'd be totally down.
Absolutely. And I apologize for not making this happen sooner. Like I've been trying, and you guys have been trying too. Schedules just haven't really worked out thus far, but we should definitely do this again sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what I'm gonna do real quick? Clay, if you're cool with it, I'm gonna go pull from my hidden reserves for Jewel. Give me a second, and I'm gonna do a second. Actually, hold on.
I can send you some more, man. How much do you need?
Let's see, because I'm gonna do. Come on, god damn you, fucking RPC bullshit.
Yeah.
Are you using the FoxSwap RPC, or is this an FPM?
I think that I let it switch automatically, but like it should go through the aggregator now. Like that's the whole point. And now I'm using Foxnet. However, it should go through the aggregator now, through the anchor ANKR.
Hell yeah.
And so that should take that into account in theory.
For some reason, MetaMask is like nothing's working for me right now.
RPC.
No, I think it's just because I have so many tabs open and I'm streaming right now.
So I need 17 Joule to do another giveaway, but I don't want to post it on.
No, don't do that.
No. I want to do it as a trivia thing to see who was paying attention today.
I like it.
So in the chat, in our private chat that we have going on, can we get some suggestions from the participants live? What you think that the trivia question should be based on a product feature of Useless or of,
yes,
like I think that's a good way to go about it.
And then also let's do a Fox swap. We didn't talk about Fox swap too much, but let's do one for Fox swap.
I mean, yeah, I mean, really, I mean, you know, the DEX is a DEX. You got vaults and farms so most people here they understand that lingo. I guess just simply put, our future plans are, we have a new UI release coming out here within the next month that we've built the DEX from the ground up. So it's not a fork of anything. It's something that we designed and built ourselves, and it's much faster, more performant, and it takes all of our services and puts them into one place. So we have our swap, obviously, the farms, the vaults. We have the escrow. We have a zapper that zaps into the vaults. So you just take one and you can zap into any vaults and it'll create the pair for you. But we are, and I, you know, no promises, but we're having some discussions about, you know, where we want to move into the future. Some speculation is, you know, possible, like, you know, multi-chain vault solutions where, you know, it makes it, the beginning of Foxwap was really like, we like the feature of vault and we want to make that more accessible. And so if we could make that somehow like chain agnostic, where it interacts with, and this is just kind of off the cuff and how we would build this feature, but that would be something in which we would want to, you know, move towards. And also another thing is multi-router DEX swapping, so that you can swap through other DEXs, and also that we know the competition, and if we know the competition, we know where we need to reallocate and mess with our emissions in order to, you know, keep the community incentivized.
Hey Peaches, can I be mean for a second?
Go ahead.
When are you gonna cap the fucking token?
Dude, we need to talk to our lead on that, Mirioki, with Cryptina. Cryptina has been sick. I don't know if I want to share too much about, but he is having a infant soon, so he will be out for a bit, or maybe in. You know, sometimes those babies sleep a lot. You can get a lot of good. You don't have to go to work.
Yeah, my baby is sleeping.
Oh wow!
Right now, this is the child. Well, it's one of the children. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, no, I think that for a long time that like it's been considered kind of just like a farming token, and I think that people will be surprised with some of the plans that we have, not only for FoxSwap, but for Amaterasu, and the ability to give those things utility, to be able to integrate them into other apps, to be able to integrate them into other DeFi protocols. The sky's kind of the limit during the bear market, guys. And that's what a lot of people really just need to wake up and realize, is that like, if we're not pressured by like a community that's constantly screaming win, what can we do? Because like a lot of times that's like 90% of my mornings. I used to wake up to like 40 or 50 DMs a day in between like Telegram and Discord and Twitter and everything like that. And that's fallen off pretty heavily ever since like the real bulk of the bear market has kind of hit. And I found myself with a lot more time to be able to actually dig into some of these things, write proposals that I've been meaning to write for a long time, and do things. And I think that's going to be true of a lot of devs. I know that's been true of Clay, because he actually answers my texts now, which is amazing. I really appreciate that, Clay. Thank you very much.
I think you do bring up a really interesting point, is that due to the crypto winter, things actually have calmed down a bit for us people who are actually doing development. We can actually focus a little bit more on building and developing. I mean, that's the silver lining. Obviously, I prefer for things to be an infinite bull run forever. But one thing, we have found a little bit of peace, and we can really focus a little bit on just building and innovating and doing cool things. And we're able to keep our heads above water, right? Even when there's a crypto winter, even if things aren't looking and the price action is where we want it to be, you know, we're still building. We're not worried about just bringing in people for the sake of bringing in people and having it be a Ponzi. You know, that's not what we're doing. We're building products and we're doing cool things. And so, in a way, from a software development standpoint, it's actually kind of nice that things are a little bit quieter. Obviously, I'd prefer things to be exciting, but that's one nice thing, is we have been able to really hyper focus on building.
All right, awesome. I know what the trivia question is going to be now. Let's go ahead. Did you already send that jewel, by the way? I think I just claimed some out of my...
No, dude, I can't get... So, for some reason...
I think I might have enough. I think I might have enough. Hold on.
I think that my computer is frozen. So... Oh, shit. I just gave away the question and answer, dude. Because my computer is literally... I can't open Brave browser now for some reason.
So now we need a question. Thanks.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and I can't even look at the live stream right now on my other monitor because everything is just screwed up right now. I can't do anything.
Have you tried IE7? Great browser.
Well, I can host a
7,
question that has
Yes.
no the points don't matter, and if someone gets it, it doesn't matter. You know, we could do some silly little questions if you want to save some time while you come up with a real question. I can do that. So, Useless Jackie, our CMO.
No, this question is for the giveaway.
Yeah.
The second one that I'm doing. I'm about to summon using this hero set here with just shiny rare Gen 0 and a legendary with a new headpiece from the Crystal Veil shit. So I'm about to do that live here, and I'm going to give away this to someone. Once again, unless...
I was just trying to buy you some time to come up with a trivia question because Crypto Clay gave it away. That's what I was saying.
I sure did.
Right. So actually, you know what? Here, I got something for you. I want to... Actually, can we... I'm gonna talk about this in the thing real quick. Cart, can you respond to this?
Sure.
Wait.
You're streaming the Discord, Crypto Clay.
I know, dude. I can't get my computer I can't.
So I can't even clear this. All
right, we're good now.
Okay.
You're still streaming the Discord. Oh, okay, there you go. You're good.
All right, we're good. All right, yo, I currently have 69 Joule in my
nice.
wallet right now, so nice.
Also, the total stat points for the first hero that I summoned for the bigger giveaway were 69. So they had total 69 stat points, which is really cool. I think that's a good question though for trivia, right?
I haven't even gotten to see it because I am...
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to see it. I think I'm more talking to Kark.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I have ADHD and I was looking at something else. What was the question?
That's it. I'm talking about making that the trivia question that they need to answer, or that.
Oh man, anyone who knows useless is going to know that answer though. I could give you a more in-depth trivia question.
Yo,
Okay.
How much jewel do you need, Flu?
I only need like 3 at this point.
All right, I just sent you 10.
Do you want me to pose the trivia question and then give you the answer in Discord?
Yeah, do both of them real quick. Just Clay, don't bring up Discord. Thank you.
Okay, so here's a trivia question. All right. Name 3 of the jobs that Useless Jackie, our CMO, did before she joined Useless. 3 jobs.
Wow.
That was a deep cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
If
even
anyone-
know that.
If anyone
Okay,
gets it,
okay.
that's really
All right, let's cut it down to 2, or maybe even 1. We'll see. So
Yeah, I would say just one job.
okay,
Like-
just one job. What did she do before she joined as chief marketing officer for Useless?
impressive.
That's the trivia question for Useless. Crypto farmer.
YouTube content creator, a waitress, stand-up comedian. I like that.
So is it the first person who answers?
Yeah, anyone that gets any of them like right, that's fine.
So the one I was looking for was either a stand-up comedian,
Yeah.
a bartender,
What?
or an actress.
She legit was a stand-up comedian?
Yeah. She the first time that me and her ever interacted, she was like, "Oh yeah, Flu, you're literally what I used to be." And I was like, "An asshole?" And she was like, "No, a stand-up comedian," but that just proved my point.
And she like literally through the whole union and everything for in LA, you know, where they have like actors and actresses and all that. Like she's like a certified actor or was. So
Nice.
Certified actor. Yes.
So who got it right first then? Was it
I think it was
Reading King 3?
Yep. That's the person who got it.
Nice.
So reading King 3, we're about to summon your hero.
Yeah, dude.
And if I get a mythic out of this, I'm keeping it, but I'll send you 100 jewels.
Yo,
Because I'm tired of being rugged.
are you gonna stream this or what, Flu?
Oh shit! Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me stream.
Come on, man. All right, here
There
we
you
go, guys. All right, let's watch this. Wait, why are you watching me watching you?
Watching me. I'm reading chat, man. I gotta keep up.
Oh, okay.
This is Inception.
Yeah, it really is, dude. Dude, why are you doing this? Why?
What's happening to me?
Why are you doing this, dude?
Oh shit!
No way, dude.
Wait, what?
No way.
What happened? What happened?
I don't know what this means, but
He got an epic.
it could mean anything.
He got an epic?
Yeah. It's
I
not a
can't believe I
legendary.
can't believe I won. No way, Flu. That's awesome.
Oh my
lucky.
god, dude. And it's not only an epic, like this is a pretty rare card.
Oh,
That's
dang.
Yeah.
And Flu's like, man, I gotta give this away now.
He sure does, dude. He sure does.
I said right at the beginning. I said if this is a mythic, I give you 100 jewel.
Wait,
So
no.
I will give you not only 100 jewel, motherfucker. I will give you another Gen 1 10 out of 10. But as I said, if this is a mythic,
I thought you said legendary.
no, I said mythic. There's no
Ah.
legendaries.
What's the orange color?
The orange is legendary.
Yeah, that's. You said there's no legendary. What? I just said that.
No, I said this is not a legendary.
Oh, okay. Oh,
As I
jeez.
said, 100 jewel, and I'll give you another 10 out of 10.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. I cannot. That is the first mythic that I've done in over 100 heroes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Hey, who in the audience thinks that Flu should give it to me?
I will fucking beat your ass. Wendy's, bro.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
He did say that
He
if
did.
it was that he would give 100 joules, and so I think that's fair. That
Yeah.
if you wouldn't have said that, you would have been obligated 100%. I feel
Yeah,
like.
if I had not said that, I would have been obligated. But dude, I have done this so many times where I've went on a stream and I've been like, whatever I summon, it's like I'll give it away, and then it's always a fucking mythic. The first mythic summoner, the first and the only mythic advanced class that I've ever summoned was a mythic summoner, and I gave it away to a person who got scammed on that stupid fucking escrow site that Freya and Sarah had. So not only did I get burned by like giving one of my Gen Zeros to Freya for like mint price, and then she turned around and flipped it for 40 grand the next week.
Oh God.
But like after that, I ended up giving away someone who might have been another alt of fucking Freya. Like,
Oof.
and it was a mythic summoner. So anyway, that's why I always make that sort of like thing now, is that I'm like, if it's a mythic, I'm keeping it, but I'll make it right. So what I'll do is I'll give you a reading person, I'll give you 100 joule, and I'll give you a Gen 1 10/10 out of like the same pairing in a couple days. So just keep in contact with me. Hit me up on my Twitter, Discord, whatever. Make sure to do something right now, actually, to prove who you are. Let's get.
We know who he is. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he's known in the community, then that's great.
He's known in the community.
Cool.
Dude, that's still a pretty good deal. 100 joule and a Gen 1.
Yeah.
That's-
I'll pick a good one.
Congratulations, Reading King. So.
Yeah, congrats, man. That's still
Cool.
really,
Congrats.
really good.
I do need to cut this short, so
I gotta get going too.
Yeah, Crypto Clay, I want to say thanks on the Fox Swap behalf for, this is kind of last second we were
Yeah.
invited, but yeah, it was awesome to be here.
Dude,
So
thank you
appreciate it.
thank you for joining us. Thank all of you, actually. This was a lot of fun.
It was. And so don't be strangers. Reach out to us anytime. Total open door. We're happy to join you also if you want to jump in on a live stream or a VC or anything. We're happy to be here and to help. We're again newer to the Harmony community. We're still kind of getting our bearings and meeting new people, but we love what we see. And so thanks for having us on. And it's a ton of fun as always. Even when I'm out walking, throwing me on a VC, let's do it. So
Awesome, man. Will do.
okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Thank ye, everybody.
Yeah.
Peace.
We'll see you.
Later, guys.
Bye.
Later.